Hey, welcome to the program. I'm Keith Hittner Sr. here with Keith Hittner Jr. and the money man, Kelvin Kaemingk from American Mortgage and Equity Consultants. You can reach Kelvin directly at 651-231-2500, 651-231-2500. Kelvin's going to tell us all about those low rates in the upcoming segments. RealEstateChalkTalk.com is where you want to go to find vendor information, help you fix up your home and get it ready for sale. 612-627-8000 is the number to call to reach Keith Reno or myself, and we can help you, talk you through the process, whether you're going to sell, stay, or sell sometime in the future. No problem at all. 612-627-8000. State Fair is right around the corner. Outdoor activity season is in full swing. We've got a cigar herf going on this weekend where we're going to have cigars and some barbecue in the backyard over in Mendota Heights. Get your Rack Shack Barbecue delivered right to your door. Just go to the website, rackshackbarbecue.com, and you'll see the delivery link on the top of the page. Choose the location that's close to you and order your barbecue feast delivered right to you. Or if you're on the way home, want to pick it up, hey, no waiting in line. Just go to the pickup link, order it, pay online, and the guys will have your dinner ready for you to pick up when you get there. Rack Shack Barbecue is America's food, and it's the right thing to do, so order it up today. What's going on, Kelvin? What are you going to talk about this week?
What are we going to talk about this week? We are going to talk about the jobs number that came out on Friday. We're going to talk about a little bit of housing news, some things going on in the economy, and we're going to also touch on a new 1% down payment conventional loan, and then lastly, touch on student loan rules that changed as of July 1st.
Okay, Keith Reno?
I want to talk a little bit about some past client activity with people trying to drop mortgage insurance premiums, whether you can or can't do that with FHA or conventional loans, and how we can help you get your monthly nut down on your debt obligation. So, but first, if we can, I want to talk about the media. Talk a little bit about the media.
Oh boy, yeah.
So, your boy Trump, Senior, what's going on with Trump?
No, this is what's going on with Trump. First of all, Trump is not a politician, right? It's clear. It's so clear that he's not a politician. So he's used to talking, in the boardroom, in meetings, on the golf course with people, and he talks plain, direct, shoots from the hip. Although I'm convinced that some of it is not quite from the hip. It's more planned than not planned. And he's used to being in the public eye. There's no question about that. But every word he says is not photoshopped like most politicians are. And most politicians, they can talk for an hour and everyone's nodding their head, and then you walk out of the room and you're like, well, I don't even know what the guy said. Because it sounded good at the time, but then at the end of the day they didn't really say anything and certainly didn't commit to anything.
Well, Trump doesn't commit to anything. He just offends everyone.
But having said that...
That's the reality.
Come on.
It is.
He doesn't offend everyone.
No.
He offends way too many people right now.
He
got to act presidential. I don't care.
I don't know what that means, act presidential.
I get that.
Because I'm one of the people in this country who's tired of people not offending anybody, and then the country keeps going down the toilet. I'd rather have someone be a little offensive and actually do something good for the country. And we've had 8 years of political speak, and the country's going to the shitter. And I would just as soon have someone that's a little rough around the edges.
Teleprompter.
And
teleprompter, leading behind a teleprompter.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
People write speeches for you. I think it's hilarious the way the media puts a complete spin on everything. It's a sensationalized headline that gets put out there, and folks today read a headline and they formulate an opinion based on a headline without looking into the truth behind something. And case in point, my wife. Okay, my wife's a conservative. She's a partner at a law firm. I love her dearly. She's in mergers and acquisitions, right? Very intelligent woman. She has a complete crush on John McCain, right? Loves John McCain. Absolutely loves him. She went to Arizona State University, right?
Yeah.
John McCain's from Arizona, so that's why. And John McCain is a career politician. He's a war hero, no question about it, right? So Donald Trump does not yet endorse John McCain. Maybe he does as of right now when I'm speaking, I don't know. But he does not yet endorse Ryan or McCain, right? So,
which is petty.
But listen, the headline is from all of the liberal media is Trump refuses to endorse McCain. That's the headline, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he hasn't refused to endorse anybody.
He just hasn't yet.
Right? He just hasn't yet.
He hasn't endorsed him on their timeline.
And he's encouraged his vice president
to endorse him.
To go ahead and endorse whoever he wants to endorse, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trump got a little rib from McCain, and he got a little rib from Ryan when he was running. Now, Trump did say, in my opinion, offensive things about McCain, stupid things about McCain.
Right.
But my wife, being an intelligent human being, she says she wants to spit on Donald Trump because of this. So I'm like, honey, look, but here's what, if you put aside the headline, here's what he actually said, and here's the thought process behind it, and it's not that big of a deal. He'll eventually endorse him. He's kind of given him a shot the way that they gave him a shot.
Right.
And is it petty? Maybe. Could he be a bigger person and just endorse him and not have all the talk about it? Of course he could. Mm-hmm. And therein lies acting presidential, right? Like not having the distractions, staying on point, being able to communicate about what you want to do for the country and your opponent and how you differ from your opponent instead of all this other noise that you don't need, which creates a problem within the conservative base. And you get people like my wife who are very intelligent people questioning what's going on with our pick.
Well, and you see the you see the poll numbers too in these states. I mean, people are reading the headlines.
Yeah, and then they bolster the poll numbers.
And
then
poll numbers. I'll vote for whoever the Republican nominee is.
Right.
So I'll vote Trump, but I just feel like he could do such a better job. I read through his tax plan. If you look at his tax plan versus Hillary, it's all day Trump. But you never hear him talk about it.
Right.
Instead, he's talking about this or that, or talking that he's not endorsing Ryan yet. Well, all he's doing is playing what they did to him, right? It's like, gee.
The other thing he's doing, though, is he's getting free media. And at this stage of the game, and this is whether it's right or whether it's wrong, Trump's deal is he has, both of them now have 100% name recognition, right? Mm-hmm. He got 100% name recognition for free. Mm-hmm. Right? Didn't spend a dime on it.
Right, but we don't need that anymore, do we?
Right, that's what
he's got. 3 months till the election.
That's what he's got to get past
going now.
This is what I think is going to happen, and I will bet you a steak dinner on it. I think that at the end of the day, when the election is over, Trump will have won, and he will have won by a significant margin.
Huge.
I'll take that.
I think it'll be huge.
I'll take that bet.
Yep, because I think that there is a huge number of people out in the country,
secret Trump voters,
who are going to vote for him, but they don't want to say it out loud because they get ridiculed and all that stuff, and they're just keeping their mouth shut. And they'll walk in the voting booth and they'll pull the lever for Donald Trump, and they'll come out there. And the news media, like they have all for the last year, will come out with their mouth hanging wide open, all surprised, all shocked, wondering what the heck happened.
Yeah, and I believe that Trump can still win, but he's. When he's having to reset, they're getting together with their advisors this weekend, going to change kind of the tone and the mantra going forward and blah, blah, blah. And if he gets on message, he's got enough time to get on message and get this behind. But just be thoughtful. I mean, I'm not a politician, but you just kind of go, God, nobody in this room would make the statement.
Make that same statement.
You wouldn't make that mistake. You know better.
I'd be pretty close. Junior's giving me the look.
Senior might, actually.
Senior, maybe I would.
Junior would be fine.
Junior
would be more calculated.
more calculated.
But I think in getting on the other candidate, Hillary Clinton is a horrible candidate for president.
Yeah.
She's going to have more broad overreach. She's talking about the Second Amendment, dancing around the Second Amendment. Do we need regulation on gun ownership in the United States? Of course we do. The conversation surrounding assault rifles, whether it is or isn't an assault rifle, let the people have whatever guns that they can legally have. That's fine. We don't need machine guns out there, which is not what these folks are using. So it's totally fine that they're available to people. Background checks, why not? Of course we would have background checks. This loophole that they keep talking about at gun shows doesn't even really exist.
There's still a wait period, right?
There's wait periods. There's the border. When you go to a gun show in another state, they're very strict on what they're allowed to do. And then her tax policy, and her the other day saying she's going to raise taxes on the middle class.
Really?
How it's like, I didn't really mean that.
Yes, you did.
There's a joke about maybe the Russians hacked your teleprompter, right? Mm-hmm. Hacked your email, now they hacked your teleprompter, making you say other things. It's just not a Freudian slip. It's going to happen. There's no question. She's not a great candidate for president. I wish they had somebody else that was a better opponent in terms of policy that somebody can get behind, but we'll see. You got final thought or no?
Well, not enough time.
Thanks, Kelvin. We'll be out. We're going to have to break here. We'll be right back with Real Estate Chalk Talk. Now that we got the political talk out of the way, we will talk some real estate. Give us a call at 612-627-8000. That's 612-627-8000. And we will be right back.